Hey guys, JLums here. We are doing a video of all the GPUs. I'm just doing this to show size comparison and different styles of all the different GPUs. As you can see, a lot of them do look slightly different. I mean, they all have the generic same textbook shapes, I guess, but a lot of them add their own little flavor to it. But we're going to start off with the first biggest contrast. These two cards here, which is basically a 4090 and a GTX 1630. Now, originally I bought this card just because I wanted to put into a build, like a smaller build, and also have it look like a mini GPU inside there, because it does. It looks like a cute little GPU inside there. And if you look, the fans alone on the 4090 is bigger than this graphic card, which is pretty interesting. And if we jump straight to the 4090, this is the Asus ROG Strix. I think it's ROG Strix, I believe. And you can tell it's a beautiful card. I love these iridescent, is it? The ones that change color. It's a very beautiful looking card, especially on the bottom there. It's a big hefty card too. Has RGB on this part here. Probably gamers. Even has two fan headers, which I didn't know about. Pretty standard, pretty straightforward. This one has two HDMIs, which I love, and three display ports, which is beautiful. I love that. I love cards when they have dual, at minimum two of each, because I hate when they have one HDMI and three display ports. Even display port is the newer technology. HDMI can do the same thing roughly, depending if you have the right cable. On this one here, it has two HDMIs again. We're winning so far. One display port and one DVI, just for the old schools. And we're going to go ahead and start with the older card here. Actually, no, we'll just work our way left to right, basically. So the card on the far end here is a 1060, and it's a single fan. Very straightforward, simple design. I kept this card just because I want to do a mini ITX build where a mini ITX board is about roughly the same size as this. I've seen some builds where you can get them to be basically the same shape, and it's like it all coincides into one thing. It's like a little box, so I want to try and do something with that and just make it like a HTPC build, just to play videos and movies and such, right? And one of my older cards, it's not my oldest card. I only brought out just a certain bunch here, but one of my oldest cards is this card right here, which is a 4870. This card has done a lot for me. I think it still works, actually. It's got the blue PCB on the top, which is not pretty. But of course, that was back then when things didn't really matter. People didn't care so much. I'm actually surprised there's two 6-pin cables here for power. And as you can see here, it's ATI Radeon back in the old day when they were labeled or branded that way. This card carried me through a lot of the Battlefields. I think Bad Company 2 and possibly Battlefield 3. I can't remember the generation or the years. But yeah, this card has a lot of memories. 4870. Actually, one of the cards I had before this was a 4670. Next card that came shortly after, because I never had 5000 series, which is kind of weird. Actually, maybe I have. I can't remember now. Is this card. It's a 6870, which was probably one of the best bang for bucks back in the old day. This only has 1 gig of VRAM, I believe. I don't know if it states that somewhere, does it? Yep, 1 gig. So AMD Radeon HD 6870, 1 gig of VRAM. Can you imagine 1 gig of VRAM on this guy? When you're looking at, what is it? I think these ones have 24, and the 2080 Ti has 11 or 8. Jesus, I forgot all my numbers now. No, 20 Ti probably has 8. The 3090 probably has 11? Oh god, my brain is lost. I'm not sure. Let's get back to this card though. But the one cool thing that I love about this card is the graphics. I love the design. I love how they used to do art on the cards. It just made it pop, and it made it look really nice. And it shows here. It is a blower style fan, which sucks because usually it's noisy and not probably the best in cooling performance, but it did its job. This card is actually dead. You can see the PCB is all bent and warped out of shape. It still produces video, but it shows a lot of graphic artifacting. And let's still stay with the Radeon AMD side of things. This is a Radeon XFX 6600 XT, I believe. Very, very clean card. I like this card. Don't use it much. I love that it's a triple fan. It's not huge. The design is very clean. It's got a Radeon metal badging right here, kind of labeling on the top metal plate. Here we go with the thing of my complaints. It has one HDMI and 3 display ports. I wish it was 2 and 2. Next card that we're gonna go into here is actually the this MSI Lightning card. This is a very special card. It's kind of a one-of kind of thing. It's an N780 Lightning card, and it's got this thing here. I'm not sure what this is for, if it's additional cooling or just for some type of visual thing. But that's one of the only cards that I've ever seen that actually have some type of protruding area. And check out all that. Well, that's gotta be broken right there in one. Unless that's not supposed to have anything at all. That's interesting. I just noticed that. Very cool looking card. It's got the 2 normal sized fans and then a smaller fan in the middle here. It's got a interesting color scheme as well. 1 display port, 1 HDMI, and 2 DVIs because, oh, DVI and DVD? Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Very cool card. Then we're going to jump into the 10 series ROG Strix cards here. Very nice look. This card was very popular. I think a lot of people own this generation of and this style of card as well. There's nothing to it really. It's very straightforward and simple. One thing though is it's funny because they're long and they're actually wide. They're actually wide, but they're very skinny. It's only 1.5 slot maybe. It looks like it's 1.5 slot, maybe 2 if it's lucky. And then we're going to jump straight into the next generation, which is 20 series ROG Strix cards, which is this guy right here, which is a 2080 Ti. And you can see that they kind of changed it up a little bit. It's a little bit more curved, less square and angular. 360 fan. The sticker things are still on them. This is definitely a 2 and maybe 3/4, 2.5 slot card this way. Dual 8-pin connector. It's got some fan headers here, which I didn't actually know as well. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward card. Very solid card. Still works really good. This is actually going to be in a new build I'm going to put in coming soon, and I'm going to do a POV build on that. Hey guys, I just wanted to say at this point right now, we just hit 700 subscribers. I do want to take this moment to say thank you, and I appreciate all you for all your help, your likes, your subscriptions, and your comments. And hopefully you guys get to join me in the journey. So again, thank you. All right, next card up. So we went to 20 Ti, 28 Ti. I think now the next card would be a 3070, which is right here. So this is a 3070. This is the basic version. As you can tell, this is actually smaller, what do you call this? A smaller PCB, smaller everything versus the 2080 Ti. You can see here if I line them up, it's definitely skinnier this way. It's not as long, and it's also not as wide going up and down here, because this is like the very lowest end 3070 you can buy. Still performs quite well, but yeah. Just the version that we got. This is made by EVGA. For those who don't know, EVGA has stopped making graphic cards. Rip EVGA, because they were basically probably the best company to deal with for any support, warranties, and such with the customer. So it really sucks that they don't make GPUs anymore. And now we're going to jump from the 3070 to the 3090. My 3080 EVGA as well is actually in my son's computer right now, so it's MIA. And this card here, this is another ROG Strix card, and this card is a beast. I love this card. The RGB on it's really sick. Oh god, I got scratches on the PCB here. I can see that. It sucks. But it has a nice light strip here versus the EVGA version, which is this big full bar, which is hate it or love it. But this is a triple 8-pin PCI power. This card is very beautiful. I love this card, especially when you look at it in this way, which is rare unless you have it in a vertical mount. 3 fan design. This front face here is beautiful. I love it. It's so nice. Is there still plastic? Oh, there's still plastic on it. I was wondering why there's still scratches on it, but it's actually the plastic that's still on there. That's hilarious. The only thing that I wished at that time was that it showed some type of 3090 numbering, but as I can see from the 40 series, they don't show numbers anymore. They just put GeForce RTX and then whatever branding they want to put on it, but they don't put the actual GPU numbering, which is interesting because you'd think that you want to show off your 4090 or 3090 or 3090 Ti. But yeah, that's a 3090 Ti, or sorry, this is a 3090 regular ROG Strix. Then the next card, which is an interesting card, let me just move this card over. It's this Gigabyte 4080 Super. Now the reason why this is interesting is because I think this card is bigger, generally speaking, than the 4090. The funny thing is, this is way lighter than the 4090 though. The 4090 is heavy, where this card doesn't feel as heavy. It feels light, really. But you can see here, I'm going to line it up as best as I can here. Let's see if it's lined up on the end. Yep. So you can see that it isn't longer this way, about a centimeter or so. But what it does give you is girth this way. So I believe this is a true 3 and maybe a quarter. This is probably 3.5 thickness. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. But you can tell that it's definitely thicker this way by a little bit with the 4090. Both of these cards never hit anything past 70. I don't think I get over 70 degrees on general in any kind of gaming, including 4K. One thing about this generation was a big piss off though, is that I don't know why they put the power connectors in the center. When you're making builds, it just doesn't look pretty. When you have them on the end, at least you can cable route it or off to the side. But when they're in the middle there, you don't have I don't get it. I just don't understand why they have to put it in the middle. I mean, we all know that the PCB ends here, so I guess that's a big part of it. But I mean, you could have extenders or something, but I guess that wouldn't add because there's a lot of voltage going through there. But anyway, it's just a little bit of a, if I had to pick on something. I haven't had any issues running anything with this card either. I like it's got that metal cutout here. BIOS OC/silent. It's a very nice looking card too, but there is a big difference in weight. That is pretty much the video, guys. Please like and subscribe.